Welcome to another fast tip video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I am your instructor, Richard Rost. We are in part 10 of the association database. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to build that multi-level group form where we got the group type, and under that will be a subform with all the listings of the groups, and then under that will be another subform with the listings of all the people in that group. You ready? Here we go. Okay, let's begin every lesson like we do by copying our database. I want you to see this every time I do it so that you get in the habit also of making a copy of your database every time you sit down to make major changes. Put this guy off to the side. And let's open it up. Oh, comes nice and big. I've got my save position template that you can use to open up a database in any position on the screen if you want to. So you've got a database you want to open up right here every time. That's what that does. No, I'm not putting that code in this database. That's on my website. I'll put a link down below if you're interested. Okay, initially I thought we were going to save the family list form, but let's delete that guy. Let's get rid of that. We're going to start from scratch because it's going to behave fundamentally different than families did. So what we're going to have is we're going to have a list of group types, such as families, companies, interests, whatever. Okay, that'll be the group types. And then that will open up the actual group. And then inside the group, we'll see the people that belong to that group. And for this, we've got a helper type form where we have the group types. And it should, if you go to group 9 here, you'll see the different group types in there, right? Families, companies, clubs, and interests. But this is for modifying the helper type stuff. This is a managerial level thing. And we want our users to be able to easily work with this stuff. So we're going to make a separate form where we're going to have the group types. And then inside each group, you'll see a list of all the group types. And then you'll see the people in another subform. And for this one, I thought it might be fun to pull out my nested continuous subforms video. So go watch this if you haven't yet. I'll put a link down below. We're going to have it so that the top level is our list of group types. Then you click on one, the groups will show up down below it. You click on one again, and it'll show you the people in that group. And we'll have the ability to add it. So we'll take a copy of our, whoops, I closed forms. We'll take a copy of our continuous F, copy, paste. This will be our group type F. Right click, design view. Now we're using like purple-ish and blue for people. So let's use green for groups. I like green. Usually I use green for orders, but this database isn't going to be too much about orders, so we'll use green for groups. So let's set I like to make our color scheme look good right up front here. Let's see. Let's make you dark green, and we'll make you a little bit lighter green. Whoops. Come here. Let's go there. Okay. Now for this form, we're not going to need that ID. Slide this over. All right, and this is going to be the group type. This will be the list that's got family, company, whatever. This can be longer. Okay, this has to be wide because it's going to have two nested continuous forms underneath it. And for this, we don't need the footer. All right, now where is this guy going to get its data from? It's not just a simple table, okay? Because the group is actually stored in the helper T, right? This list is stored in helper T where helper type ID equals 9. Now, you could make a query if you're not very familiar with SQL. You could write a query to do this, but let's get in the practice of you doing a little SQL here. All right, so what's it going to look like? Select. What fields do you want in here? Now, I need the ID, so I need the helper ID. I need the description, right? Let's make sure it's description. Oh, it's helper value. See, good thing I looked, right? Helper value. From what table? From the helper T. Where helper type ID equals 9. Yes, we have to hard code that 9 in. And we're going to order by helper value. So it's sorted by the helper value. So that is our SQL statement for the row source for the form, or the record source, excuse me. Combo boxes and list boxes have row sources. Forms and reports have record sources. I always speak them backwards in my classes. Okay. So now I can come in here, go to the data tab, and for the record source, paste that in. Okay. Close it down. Save changes. Yes. Let's open it up. Where's that form? Group type F. And, oh, why are we empty? Oh, okay. I'm seeing 4 records there. I didn't update this, though. We got to update that box. All right, that's unbound still. So what goes in there? Control source, helper value. And then we'll copy that up to the name. And now I should see what I want. Okay. All right, so there's our group types. Clubs, companies, families, and interests. Now, we're going to make a subform under that so we can see the items that are in each one of these groups. All right, let's close this guy. And we're actually going to copy this and make a copy of that. So now let's change all the colors again. So this one's just going to be the group F. The group F. Design view. All right, this one's just going to be group. And maybe make a little color change, make it like a tiny bit darker. All right, let's go with, what did we pick before? Pick that one. Okay, so let's change it. Let's go a shade darker, just so it stands off a little bit from its parent. Okay, now, this guy will get its data from the group table. All right, group T. So we want the description in here. Okay, but it's going to need to only show from the parent group. But that's going to be handled by the subform relationship. Okay, so this can actually just be group T. We don't have to do anything fancy with this one. Okay, and that can be changed to description. Copy and paste up there. Save it. Close it. Now, if I open up this guy, there's all the groups. But now we're going to put this as a subform inside of this one. And we're going to put it into the footer. Can't put it in here. Can't put it in the detail section. It's got to be in the header or the footer. I prefer the footer. It makes more sense. So grab it over here, click, drag, drop. Now, I mentioned this in the other video that I told you to watch. Access says a form with a subform can't have its default view property set to continuous forms. Yes, it can. Access is lying to you. Hit OK. Delete that little label that comes in there. Arrange this guy where you want it to be, like right there. All right. And slide that like that. Make this a little bit taller, maybe. Okay. Now, Access went and changed this guy to a single form. It wants it to look like this. It wants it to look like that. Right? Let you go through these. Okay. But we don't want that. So come out here and find default view and set it back to continuous forms. Save it, close it, and it will let you do it. See? Okay. Now, I'm noticing that these records down here aren't refreshing when I move from record to record up top here. And that could be because we've got a custom SQL statement up here. And Access sometimes has a problem with that. So let's take a look here. Let's see the subform properties. Okay, there's nothing in the link master fields and the link child fields. That's where you'd want to have the field that links these two things together. If your record sources are both simple tables or queries, it usually guesses correctly as long as the fields are named the same. But we're going to have to play a little, see what's going on here. All right. All right, so the group T has a group type ID, right? Which is 58, 59, 61. Okay, that represents the group type ID. And to the helper T, where we get our parent records from, that is the helper ID. All right, so the helper ID in the parent has to be the group type ID in the sub. Okay? So for the subform property data, All right, the master field is helper ID. The child field is group type ID. Save it, close it, open it back up again. Companies, so we don't have any clubs. Companies, families, interests. See that? Okay. The trouble we run into here is that we have different fields. All right, one's the helper ID, the other one is the group type ID. You could alias them if you want to in a query, but once you get that down, it's not that bad. All right, one more level to go, and that's the people that are in each group. So again, let's copy either one of these. Doesn't matter. I'll copy the group form. Copy, paste. Let's call this group person F. All right, or if you want to, you can call this group X person F. Keep everything the same. Doesn't matter. Now, this form is actually going to be based on the junction table. This guy, where are you? Person X group T. Okay, and yeah, you can have it going both ways. You can have person X group, you can have group X person. It's the same thing. We're going to do the other way in the next class, where we open up the person form and show the groups that they're in. But for today, we're going to focus on going this way. So this is fine, because you can have show me the groups with the people in it. In the other class, we're going to do people with the groups that they're in. Okay, you're going to go both ways. So design this. Okay. First of all, the form is going to be based on person X group T. Okay, and we'll put up here person, people. We'll just put person. Okay. Now, down here, I don't want to see the IDs, because in that record set, okay, in person X group T, if I go to, let me put that back. If I go to the list of available fields that are in here, go to all, drop this down, right? You can see there's person ID. Right, and if you just want to see the IDs, let's just do this now just to see the IDs. Watch this. Let's save this. Close it. Let's go to the form. Our person, let's open up the person type. All right, this guy here. Design that. And now we're going to drop a third nested form in here. Yes, this can get complicated pretty quick. And we're going to put this in the footer of that inside subform. Okay. All right, grab that, click, drag, drop it in here. You get the same message. Okay, whatever. Delete that. Slide that over here. Once again, I'm going to make this bar just a little bit darker. I think in the other video I did like red, blue, and green so you could really tell them apart. Okay, and then make this bigger. Okay, now we got the same problem though. This guy has been turned into a single form. So put that back to continuous. That should be continuous, and this should still be continuous. Okay, so we're good. We're good. We're good. All right, everybody's fine. Save them. Close it. Open up the top one. All right, companies. ABC Corp, Amicron. Okay, there's a 1. See the 1 in there for me? Amicron, person 1. XYZ's got person 4. Microsoft's got nobody. Then I put Jean-Luc in Microsoft. Maybe I messed that one up. Families, right? The Picard, there's person 4. Ross, there's person 1. So it's working. Okay, it's working. But I don't want to see IDs in here. I want to see a list of people. So let's replace this with a combo box that's got our list of people in it. I like to work in the lowest subform if I possibly can. So go back right in here directly. Okay, open it up. We're going to delete that. We're going to put a combo box in there from our list of people. Okay, combo box, drop it there. We're going to get the values from a table or query. I'm going to pick my query that's got person LFQ, so it's last name, first name. Next, what do you want in here? I need the person ID. I need the LF. Oh, there's family ID. We can get rid of that out of that query. See, you're going to find little tidbits from the old stuff that we had, but that's okay. We can ignore it. Sort by LF. Next. All right. This is okay. It can't get any data because if you remember, that family is pulling off the table. So we could just fix this here. We're just going to resize that person ID, and LF will be like that. It'll get some values in a second. Next. All right. What is the bound value is person ID. Store that value in person ID on this form. Next. Label is going to be deleted anyways. All right. So there we go. Delete that. Slide that over. This will be my person combo. All right, let's save that and close it. Let's go take a look at that query real quick. Person LFQ. And yeah, see right there. That's why we're having problems. Let's get that family ID out of that query. Save it, and it should just give us this. Right, last name, first name, and are we sorting? Or we didn't sort it, did we? You know what? We really don't need to sort the query because the form is going to sort it. The combo box will sort it. Okay, here we go. Let's go back to our group type F and company Amacron. There I am. XYZ's got Jean-Luc, Microsoft. All right, let's say Jean-Luc works at Microsoft too. Click on Microsoft, come down here, pick Picard. Right? Put some more people in here. Bev Crusher, Mr. Data. All right, go to clubs. I don't think we have any clubs. What happened there? Got kind of corrupted. Oh, I see what's happening. Yeah. Okay. We got a little cosmetic work to do, but it's working. All right. Design this. Let's see what else can we fix here. All right. We don't need that section there. That can come a little bit more this way. Yeah, that's just too wide. Let's see here. Okay. This inside one doesn't need to be that big. So let's go shrink you down like that, which means this subform can be smaller. I lose track of which one's on which now. Okay, there you go with that. That means this can be smaller. Okay, which means that this can be smaller. Which means that this can be smaller. Okay, looks good. Looks good. Let's save it, close it, open it back up again. All right, looking better. Another thing is you might not want all of these sets of navigation buttons down here. They get really confusing. So let's just turn them off. All right, so it's going to be this form. Start here. Scroll bars, probably vertical only. And navigation buttons, no. Same thing here. Navigation buttons, no. Scroll bars, vertical only. And the same thing out here. Navigate, no. Scroll bars, vertical only. Okay, save it, close it, open it back up again. All right, it's starting to look better now. We really need you? I guess not. Interests, family, company. All right, so you got your clubs. You want to add some clubs, right? We got a chess club. We got a checkers club. We got a Monopoly club. We got a D&D club. And we got a, I don't know, what else we got? Axis and Allies. Anybody ever play Axis and Allies? Loved that game. All right, now you can put people in those groups. Make sure you click on that group first. Who's in the chess club? Drop it down. All right, Reg Barkley's in it. Kaylee Fry's in it. Jordy LaForge is in it, and Miles O'Brien's in it. Okay, who's in the checkers club? All right, pick people, put them into clubs. Okay, okay, same thing here. Monopoly, D&D. I'll be in the D&D club, of course. Okay. All right, clubs work the same as companies. Who's attached to each company, right? Who else is in Amacron? Drop it down, Jim Kirk. Okay, who's at this company? Who's at that company? Families. I'll probably use this most for families if you're doing something like a church database. Okay, and yes, make each one of these sections big enough to fit all these. Now, you might be looking at this going, well, it's kind of difficult if I'm on the person to figure out what groups they're in. We're going to do that going the opposite direction in the next section. In association, 11 we're on? I'm losing track now. But this is the way to go in from the top. Say, here's the groups. Who's in that group? Okay, we're going to reverse it in the next section. Okay, do you understand the relationship here? All right, level 1, level 2, level 3. All right, so there you go. There's your part 10. Part 11's coming up pretty soon. Remember, members, you get to watch these videos as soon as I release them because they go on the website sometimes a week or two before they're actually available publicly. You go to my website, just click on the What's New link right here at the top of the homepage. All right, today's February 19th. I'm recording this one, and these are all queued up for the future. They go out on those dates on YouTube, and they become public on my website. But members, you can watch these right now. Association 9's already up there. This is Association 10. Will be up there for the 24th. And so you don't have to wait. So that's another reason to sign up for a membership. But that is your fast tip for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper. See you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free, and click on the bell icon to select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Make sure you click the Show More link down below the video to find additional resources and links. You'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted, so if you'd like to get an email every time I post a video, click on the link to join my mailing list. Even if you don't want to become a member, feel free to donate to my tip jar. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got puppies to feed. How do you become a member? Click on the Join button below the video. After you click the Join button, you'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks. Silver members and up will get access to all of my extended cut tech help videos, one free beginner class each month, and more. Gold members get access to download all of the sample databases that I build in my tech help videos, plus my code vault, where I keep tons of different functions that I use. You'll also get a higher priority if you decide to submit any tech help questions to me, and you'll get one free expert class each month after you finish the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks, plus even higher priority for tech help questions, access to all of my full beginner courses for every subject, and one free developer class each month after you finish the expert classes. These are the full-length courses found on my website, not just for access too. I also teach Word, Excel, Visual Basic, and lots more. You can now become a Diamond sponsor and have your name or company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown in each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. But don't worry, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more and they'll always be free. Now, if you have not yet tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access. It's over 4 hours long, and I just updated it for 2021. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll include a link below that you can click on. And also, if you like Level 1, Level 2 is just $1. Yep, that's all, $1, and it's free for all members of my YouTube channel at any level, even supporters. Want to have your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my tech help page on my website. You can send me your question there. While you're on my site, feel free to stop by the Access Forum. Lots of good conversations happening there. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course, YouTube. Once again, my name is Richard Ross. Thank you for watching this tech help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something today. I'll see you again soon.